Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. So we were talking about logical functions, right? So we had seen what is the need for if or if and else, and nested if also we had seen. But there is a problem with the nested if you have multiple if conditions. Writing a statement with a nested if will be very complex, and instead of that we have to use switch case. Okay, so let me directly jump into the switch case and let us understand how to use switch case instead of using nested if. Okay, so this was the example I was discussing the other day. So instead of that, let us talk about switch. Okay, so use switch instead of the multiple if conditions. And I wanted to open Power BI. And let me go to the Excel workbook and open Adventure Works retail data. Take customer table, products table, sales table. I wanted to load the data. So data modeling is perfect, and we'll go and we'll implement something here. So I have order date. So I wanted to get the month. If the month number one means January, month number two means February, I need to write these kind of a conditions, right? So you can get the month name easily, but I wanted to implement switch case on this month number. Okay, so if it is one, I wanted to go get this. If it is two, I wanted to go uh, show as February. If it's three, I wanted to show as March. So how many conditions we are going to be writing? We are going to be writing totally 12 conditions. You need to provide the name of the column name first. And if it is one, then it will be January. If it is two, then it will be February. If it is three, it will be March. It is very simple. And else block will be this. Else it is December. Okay, so you need to like if and else, right? So you need to provide the column name. Then if the condition is one, show as January. If condition is two, something like that. So I wanted to first get the month number. So using order date, or you can simply see all these things can be done with the Power Query, because Power Query will take less time and more efficiency also. But sometimes only we have to do with the DAX. If it is not available, data set is already created, and if you don't have the provision to create, right? So in the Power Query, then you can come to the DAX query, then you should be able to create some columns like that. Okay, so let me just go to here, and I wanted to go and get the month number. So I'll go to the sales table, order date. How to get the month number here? So I wanted to simply go to add column. So use this. So there is a month and name of the month and month number I wanted to bring it. Okay. So month number available here. So it is going to be reading all the data and loading all the month numbers from there. Okay. So this is a month. So I can also get the month name, but I wanted to show how to use the switch case. I can also simply go and get the, month name here. So I don't want to use it here, but the efficiency one is in the Power Query, whatever you want to get it, if you get it, that will be the efficient one rather than creating in the DAX. but we should know how to implement these kind of things in the DAX as well. I want to close and apply. I got the month number, but I would like to get the month name using a DAX. Okay. Only to understand the DAX language, I'm just writing it. So we have a month number, right? So this is the month number. So let me take new column. So month name I wanted to write. So let us say order month name, right? So use switch and you need to use the column name. What is the column name? Column name is month, right? So month, which is available part of sales table, right? So you need to use sales month, not the simple month. Okay. This is a function. I have to use the column name from the sales table, sales month, comma. If it is 1, comma, I have to get January. If it is 2, I have to get what? February, something like that. You have to write the switch case. If it is 3, then I have to write March. If it is 4, then I have to write April. 5 means May. 6th means June. 7 means July. Okay. 8 means what? August. Uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter. October. 9 means September, right? October. 11 November. Else it is December. Else simply you say December. So you need not say 12. Else block will be December. So like that. So you need to provide the column name, then provide the conditions, else it is December and press enter. So writing multiple, if conditions or nested ifs will be difficult. You just go there and try to see all the April, August, December, January, February, whatever you wanted to have, everything you got it here. Okay, so this is what is the, how to use switch case. But now I wanted to implement. Sudeshna is asking, sir, do we have any other option instead of writing all these 12 numbers and month names? You can get it, in the Power Query, right? So Power Query, you will be able to get it without writing anything. That's what I was trying. But if you wanted to write, they say in the interview, I wanted to derive a month name. So in the DAX query, how to write it. Otherwise, the easiest way, already I told you, you have to go to where? Go to the Power Query. You need to go to add column. So the easiest way is that you have the month, right? So you can easily get the month number, month name based on this. Simply click on this. Now go name of the month. So getting the name of the month will be easiest one instead of writing. But in the interview, they may ask you, how do you write? How do you write? How do you get the month names using a DAX? Can you write the DAX formula? Means that is the one. Efficient one is this one only. Power Query one is the efficient one when you're comparing with the DAX one. Okay? Yeah. So both of them are the languages. You should know. If it is not here, then if somebody asks you to write something, definitely you have to know how to implement that as well. Okay. So chalo. Did I answer your question? Okay. So now I have the month name here. So now, so I wanted to write the same condition. What was the condition here? So the condition we were talking about, if the salary is lesser than 1,000, then it will be low. If the salary is greater than 50,000, it is, high. Else it is medium. So if you wanted to write the same condition with switch, how do you implement it? So employee type. Okay, you need to use switch. In the switch case, you have to use the column name. But if you use the column name, it will not go to the condition. So what normally I use the true here. I'm going to be using a true. If something is a true, it is going to be going and working here. Okay, so I have to implement a true first. I should not write the column name here. If I write employee salary as the column name, then I need to give the, if something is one and do something like this. So I should not give the column name here. I'm going to be giving a true. True means something is a true. It will go to the next condition. In that, I'm going to be writing the conditions. Clear? So you need to implement it true. True means something is true. True means it will go to the next block. So that is what I wanted to tell you. So now how to implement same thing with the help of a switch case, let us discuss now. Switch, so revise a new salary or new income. Switch true. If this is a true, what will happen? Automatically, this block will get executed. In this, we are going to be giving the condition. So what is the condition? Condition is if it is less than 2000, if it is a true, it will go here. Okay. If the condition is this, then it will go here. Else it is going to be coming here. It'll be very, very easy without using, if and else blocks. If you wanted to implement multiple, nested ifs, you need to start with the true, because you should not give the column name, because column name is not available in the previous condition, right? So if employee salary is greater than 1000, you do something like that. So I wanted to, implement the condition. So I need to give the true. If something is true, it will go to the next block. So this will get executed first. Then if this is true, this will get executed. If this is true, this will get executed. Else, this will get executed. Okay. So this is how you will be able to implement the same case with the help of your switch case. So let me just go there and try to click on this. You can also right click on this. You will be able to get the new column, new measure, and a quick measure. Everything you will be able to get it. If you want to get new column, you can also click on this, get the same thing, or you can also go and get it. So right click on this, new column. So revised sales amount, something like that. I wanted to have use switch case, and I wanted to implement it true here. If something is true, what is that? The sales amount. Sales amount is greater than 100. Okay, or lesser than 100. It will be low. You can write multiple conditions. Okay. If the sales amount is greater than 1000, then it will be high. Okay, then it will be medium. Something like that. You can implement multiple conditions. So let me just go there and show you. We have high, we have low, we have sales as well. So sales amount, where is the sales amount here? If it is lesser than 100, it will be low. And if it is high means greater than 1000, greater than 1000. Medium means it will be in between. So 100 to 1000. So 100 to 1000, if it is there, it will be, a medium. So like that, you will be able to implement the switch case for this kind of a conditions as well. Okay. If you wanted to delete a column, you can right click on this, delete the column from here. So any column, if you wanted to delete DAX columns. So that is what is called switch case. So, sir, can we get new column beside any particular column so that you can get it? So in the Power Query, you should be able to order the columns, but these columns are not going to go to the Power Query, right? So you will not be able to arrange those columns in the proper order, Rakesh. Am I clear? Okay. So let us go back And what are the other logical functions we have? So we discussed about, if and else, nested if, and switch case also. And is blank and or true false. True means, it's going to be giving you true. False means it will be giving false. We'll understand these simple things as well. So now I wanted to verify if you have some blank columns are available. Is the blank is available. If you have any blanks here, if the blank is there, I wanted to get the true. If blank means null column. If it is not, if it is false, then I wanted to get the false condition, right? If it is a blank, then true, else block. So if you wanted to implement whether column is having null values or not, you can use the is blank. Okay, so employee bonus, if you have a blank value, that is null value, then I wanted to derive a true. True is again function. True is a function because function means you will have this kind of a braces. That is what is called a function. If is the function, you have a bracket closed, right? So is blank is the function, bracket is opened and bracket is closed. So in this, you have to provide the column name. If you provide the column name, it can tell you whether it is a blank column or not. So that is the purpose of is blank. Sometimes we have to verify whether you have nulls in the column or not. If the null is there, you have to return true, else you have to return false for that purpose. If you make it not means, so whatever the true is, the true will become false, false will become true. So if it is not means negation, right? So is blank. So if you want me to write, I will write this. Otherwise, it is self-explanatory. You can just try this. So the next one, if with or condition, we had seen or and operators. Or function is available, or operator is this. And function is available, right? So this is and function, and operator is available. So you can use either operator, or instead of an operator, you can also use and function. Or operator you can use, instead of that you can also use or function. So department ID equals to 10 or department ID equals to 20, then revised salary is something like that. I wanted to quickly take employee data set. Let me just go and get the employee data set. So I wanted to perform some revised salaries. So employee data set is here. So I want to get the revised salary and right click on this new column, or simply you will be able to get the new column as well here. So right click on this, you will be able to get the new column. I will say revised salary. So revised salary based on what? So based on some this one. So I wanted to give if department ID is equivalent to 10, or let me use the pipes, or the department ID is equivalent to 20, either 10 or 20. Now I need to give the salary plus 1,000. So else it is 0, something like that I wanted to implement. Wherever 10 and 20 is there, in that place, you will be able to get all of that, right? Instead of writing like that, instead of writing or operator, so what you can do, you can just remove this and go and put or and open the bracket, because this is a function. Just go there and close it and press enter. Okay, you will be able to get the same thing here. You will be able to get the same thing here, right? So or condition means either this or that. So I wanted to use this. Let me put comma and employee department ID equals to 30. So either this or that or that. Somewhere we made mistake. Okay, so now let us understand or conditions can be implemented, but most of the time we don't implement these kind of things, or we're not going to be using, because one thing you could understand, it is not able to take one more condition, right? So let me just go there and give you one more condition. Now let me give 30. It is not able to take one more condition because too many arguments were passed to our function. The maximum argument is only 2. If you wanted to only give 2 conditions, then R can be used. But if you have multiple, more than 2 conditions, R cannot be used. But still R function can be used with the help of 2 conditions, 2 statements. One is this, second one is this. If you pass the third one, it cannot take it further. Okay, so that is what you need to understand. But otherwise, it is good. I wanted to say, instead of or, I wanted to give, so this one, and employee city or employee gender. So I would like to implement employee city is equivalent to, let us say, Chennai, either this and that. So this and that, both conditions must be true, then it is going to be working fine, right? Let me just click on this. Let me remove this bracket, then it works fine. Okay. Now, employee ID 10 and city equals to Chennai. Is there any condition? Yes. You could see some values over there. So, Chennai and 10. So, it is working fine. Instead of using this one, you can also use AND operator, right? So, where is the AND operator? So, simply you need to go and open the bracket here and remove. And end is the function now I'm going to be using in this. So click on this, you will be able to implement. But can I write one more condition, one more expression, so where gender equals to? So gender equals to male as well. So can I implement multiple conditions here? So maximum it is going to be taking 2. You will not be able to implement. The better you can go in for the operators only instead of using these functions, AND function or function. Okay, they can take maximum 2 arguments or the 2 inputs. If with AND and OR, right? So revised salary, we have discussed about this statement, right? So forget about it. Switch case also we discussed, and in also we discussed. And if returns 0 when error occurs, else the value is whatever be the value that you're going to be getting. For example, you wanted to perform a division operation, divide. Okay, I would like to use employee salary divided by employee number of days. Okay, how many days is present for the work? So if the number of days is 0, if some value, for example, 1000 divided by 0, what will happen? You will be able to get the infinity, or you will be able to get the error. So if you don't want to return the infinity or the error, so what you need to do? You need to use the if error function. So if you do some kind of a calculation in that function, if you get the error, don't throw the error, throw 0. Throw 0, else you throw the value, for example, 1000 by 200. So it will give you 1000 by 200 means 50. So if you have proper, expression, means you will be able to get the 50, else you will be able to get the 0. So that is the need for the if error. If there is an error, it is going to be giving you 0, else it will be, the original value. So that is the need for the if error. We have to use them, because otherwise, suddenly if you get infinity, the end user will not understand what is it, it is, showing in the report. Okay, so that is what is if error. Not only here, if anyway. No, error is null means blank. Blank means whether you have a blank value or not. Amit, so is blank is something different. Is error, after doing an expression, if you get any kind of an error, instead of throwing the error, you have to throw 0. So is null means null or not null column, right? It is error. Error is something different. Infinity means it is unknown value or error data. So if you get any kind of error data, so that's where I wanted to get the 0. So that is what is if error. Okay. So true and false also I discussed. These are two functions which will be used to get the true or false. Okay. Logical functions are pretty much easy and you don't have any, complications in this. Any, questions, guys? So next one we'll be talking about text or string functions. Any questions you have?